Where are you from?
I'm from Sweden, actually. I think I'm the only Swede here on stage, and it's amazing to see so many people still here. It's an honor to be in Kiev.
Cool. You got 5 minutes, and tell us how you discover great music wherever you are.
Yeah, I need a clicker for that. Thank you. All right, Tunaspot is a location-based music company based in Sweden, and we connect music to different locations. We allow our users to connect music and discover music connected to different locations. We only work with streaming services because streaming is the future of mobile and it's legal and accessible to everybody. So we started off as a Spotify partnership where we opened up a map of the whole world so you can actually tag your favorite gym with the music you use to when you work out, or all the clubs in Sweden would be tagging the club venues with the music they would be playing, and so on. And after a while, it went quite quick. In 1 month, we had 1,400 playlists pretty much in every city all over the world. So it went huge. And we saw that the user traction was doing really well. So we went out to find some money. It took us 3 months, and finally we found our first round in Berlin, angel investment of 200,000. They gave us the money to build this into the mobile strategy. So now we have an app that you actually can use to go to Barcelona and Stockholm to listen to all this music, all those spots around you. So in Barcelona you can listen to all the jazz cafes, all the nightclubs and so on, and other people. It's been very popular. And what we're doing right now, we see that Spotify, Deezer, SoundCloud, RDR, they're all in the same type of business, and now there's Google and iRadio moving in as well. And we kind of connecting all of them into our application, and the important thing is here that if you're a Deezer user, you can still play Deezer content inside Tunaspot. If you are a Spotify user, you can still play Spotify content inside Tunaspot and so on. So we really want to be the platform agnostic. We see that Instagram is doing this very well for photos, location, sharing. Foursquare is good for tips about places, but nobody's really doing this well for the music content, and we think the mobile market is ready for this. We're chasing 5 million users. We've been around for 1 year, and we have 100,000 users, but the good thing about them is 64% of them are returning. Revenue streams, we have some small revenue streams already, but it's all about branded contents. For example, if I follow Adidas, they would be able to serve me a special running playlist if I come close to the Hyde Park and maybe is going for a jog. We think there are about 200,000 nightclubs, venues, artists, and brands that already using music branding in some way, and we think they are our potential customers. I have the best team ever. I never worked with such great guys in my life. They're all entrepreneurs. Some of us have exits already behind us. And together we have something like 40 years of experience in music, technology, and mobile. Some bragging rights. We won the biggest Swedish competition for the best business plan in 2012. Once we launched the desktop app, we won a big innovation design award in UK, and so on and so on. We're actually the music innovation of the year in Denmark this year, maybe in Kiev next year. At the moment, we want to pick it to the next step, and we are looking for the next round of 1 million euro to connect all these services and to really go worldwide with this one. I won't talk that much more. These are the goals, what we want to make with this money. We want to connect more services, reach a big user base of 1 million in a year, and then we think that our service would be so important for Deezer, Spotify, Apple, and so on, that one of them will buy us to improve their portfolio of music discovery services. Очень приятно здесь быть в Киеве. Спасибо большое.
I understood those last 2 words, spasiba. No, it was a great presentation. Jury, we have 2 mics. I have 1, so I'm going to give them to you, and I'll cut you off after 5 minutes. Who has feedback, questions?
Maybe one question. Your user base, where is it located? Is it mostly in Scandinavia or it's all over?
Actually, it's 38% in Scandinavia, and just the next market is US, and then UK.
So what is the business model? How are you going to make money?
We're looking for a big user base to be able to bring in more brands that push their music. It's only music based, there's no advertisement, but they're only branded material. So if a nightclub will push the program of what is playing in the nightclub for the next 6 months, they actually be able to push like tickets or posters, not just regular tracks like the other users. Adidas, Coca-Cola, Red Bull, all the artists, everything connected to location in one way.
And do you have evidence, looking at user statistic, user behavior, that people are actually interested in? Because, my kind of intuitive reaction is that content I want to listen is related to me, not to location. So do you have some evidence proving that your model actually works?
Yes, we do. Location is an important factor, but I agree with you that the social one is important as well. What we see is most of the people look for music posted by their friends, and then they look for music posted by brands, because people trust brands like Nike, Adidas to actually create a right type of playlist for the gym, or Starbucks to create a right type of playlist for the Starbucks because they own Starbucks. So yeah.
Maybe one question. First of all, great pitch. I think also what I saw from the product looked pretty cool. We in Berlin, pretty uninspired, techie guys, always full of admiration for the Scandinavian product love. So well done on that front, I think. What would be interesting for me, if I read correctly on the last slide, you're basically positioning yourself as an acquisition target for the big players in a logic that would basically make you an accelerator for their customer acquisition, giving them a lot of users. But how do you yourself acquire the customers, and how does it tie into the capital amount that you're trying to raise? Is it just pure viral growth, or is there any systematic channels through which you can actually acquire your customer? And ideally, do you acquire them somehow cheaper or better or more efficient, or are they more viral or more active, or anything which basically would justify those guys to buy you instead of just spending the money on acquiring the customers themselves?
That was a huge question. Do we have 1 hour? No. Well, we're acquiring lots of users through the social spread for Twitter, Facebook, and so on. We also do big partnerships with big DJs, some big artists. Now, when we will be integrating SoundCloud, we have some things going in Ibiza, Berlin, and so on with big brands. And actually, Spotify and SoundCloud everybody's happy with this because they see us as a new platform for their users as well. So they're spreading. At the same time, we are growing bigger. So I think at the moment, everybody's happy.
So the money you would invest into marketing, that would go into PR and outreach and event organization, that kind of stuff?
Business development, making a big thing with Red Bull, or making a big thing in France with Deezer during a festival and so on. We see that those kind of activities give us bigger spikes, and then it keeps growing.
If I understand correctly, part of your revenue plans comes from delivering paying users to the Spotifys or Deezer of the world. Is that correct? Are you also imagining a situation where you're actually delivering new subscribers to use some of these platforms?
Yeah, exactly. That wasn't part of my pitch, but we're receiving those kind of propositions from all the streaming services. Maybe that's secret, actually. I don't know. But yeah, maybe. But I think it's more about branding material than delivering new users. Labels like this, because labels actually see us as a cash cow. If people play more and more tracks from one label, they benefit on that.
Last question, anybody? No? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alex, was a great presentation.
Thank you.